So actually, I was gonna go over this, but Breath of the Wild 2, Xbox expected Breath of the Wild 2 sequel to come out last year. Breath of the Wild 2 is in development hell. So is this game in development hell? So yeah, it was announced in 2019. Ever since then, we had no information. Nintendo is actually good at doing this kind of stuff. Okay, we all know they do this kind of stuff. You know, back in the Wii U days, we had these Project Giant Robot, announced, here, and and of course we have a lot of other games that were in development hell that were made by Nintendo. You know, basically Zelda Breath of the Wild itself was in development hell. People who tend to forget that it was in development hell, but it was in development hell. We don't know. We still people had to wait 5 years for the game to come out. People say, "Oh, it wasn't in development hell." It was. It was in development hell. Basically, you had Metroid Prime 4. Here Metroid Prime 4 was in development hell. It's still in development hell. We still have no release date for Metroid Prime. 4. And of course, we have many other Nintendo games that were in development for such a long time. Basically. And yeah, games do sometimes have long development times, but a lot Nintendo is good at doing these kinds of things. Some games that people really want to see, Pikmin 4, supposedly close to completion since 2015. Breath of the Wild 2 is now in this cycle as well. Metroid Prime 4, is one of those games as well. Yeah. And really, when it comes to Nintendo, you know, Nintendo is like the only developer that does get games out of development hell without any problems. They're one of the only Yeah, Mother 3 was another game that was made by Nintendo. Development hell, basically. You know, yeah. And Metroid Prime 4 is currently, another game made by Nintendo is Devil's Third. That was made by Nintendo. No, that was purchased by Nintendo. But Metroid Prime 4, we all know that game, Bayonetta 3, is getting worse with the Nintendo Switch, actually. Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 2, Breath of the Wild 2, basically. Breath of the Wild 1 was in development since 2013, and, it's more recent titles I was starting to get to say. We also had Project Robot and Project, Giant Robot that never got out of development hell, basically, and that's basically it. Goodbye.